Wait, are we back?
We're back?
And we're back!
And maybe Nintendo is too?
Since earlier this year, rumors and bits and pieces of information have been floating around about Nintendo's next generation.
With such little information, it's probably a ways off, so why should you care about the NX?
Because it's actually coming out July 2016, freaking less than a year away!
Oh my god, what?
So here's what we do know.
Qatar and I discovered getting frozen in an iceberg. Now, I didn't like getting at first,
First, the NX isn't a console. It's a platform that all future Nintendo games will run on.
I guess you guys aren't ready for that yet.
But at the same time, NX refers to a home console, and a handheld console, and whatever else they decide to develop under.
The main goal is to avoid the software shortage that hurt the Wii U.
The Wii U was hard for third-party companies to develop on, partly because of its weak hardware, but also because of its programming language.
While they could easily port a game between the Xbox One and the PS4, it took dedicated time, money, and resources to get the same game to the Wii U.
Since third-party games already kind of had a bad sales history of Nintendo due to the audience and release delays, well, developers weren't getting a good return, so they just stopped.
Dropping sales even more for the Wii U.
So NX has to be crazy easy to develop for. We want the third-party developers back.
This could be hard though, since they want the programming to work for both a home and handheld console. Two things that have a lot of differences and unique programming needs.
Whatever language they decide to use, we know that they plan on selling a lot. According to Digitimes, the people behind the leaks for the iPhone, they plan to sell 20 million.
That's a huge number. For comparison, in roughly 1 year, the PS4 sold 18.5 million.
To keep this figure realistic, it means that Nintendo might be releasing both the home and the handheld console at the same time.
And if we do get two systems at once, success will hinge on an affordable price tag.
Shut up and take my money!
And there's more good news. Rumor has it that when Nintendo talked to some of the third-party developers at E3 about it,
The response was crazy good.
Crazy good.
In fact, Square Enix already announced the next Final Fantasy, plus Dragon Quest X and XI for the NX.
but they had to change that later, since the NX isn't officially announced yet.
Disappointed!
Developers Ready at Dawn and Slightly Mad Studios have also hinted at NX games.
You can throw in all the games you want, but the console still has to impress gamers.
And NX plans to bring it! Bring it!
Bring what?
We don't really know. True to tradition, Nintendo has promised a gimmick, but right now that's under wraps, to keep other companies' prying eyes away.
Even with the nitty-gritty stuff, Nintendo's really changing it up. For the first time, they're actually bringing in people from outside Japan to work on the development. An American architect has already been hired. And this will actually be the first time since the GameCube that Miyamoto will not be involved in the project.
Consoles may be region-free as well, getting rid of a lot of headaches for gamers.
Not only will this be the first handheld console in a decade to be region-free, but the first home console ever.
And here's the crazy thing.
Get away from my apple juice!
Back in February, Nintendo filed a patent for a console without a disk drive.
Purely digital gaming? Ugh.
Ugh.
Ew.
Nintendo has seriously been pushing digital downloads for a while, so this doesn't really come as a surprise, but come on, man. We like our physical copies.
It's easy to take to a friend's house to play it, share it, borrow it, and resell it maybe when you get bored.
I know this doesn't help Nintendo's bottom line, but ugh. Back to the good. Nintendo has made it clear they aren't forgetting fans of the Wii U. The loyal fans.
Say what you want about the Wii U, but the first-party lineup for this console has been solid as hell. And thankfully, Nintendo's going to ensure that we still get to play some of these through some form of backward compatibility.
Now let's get to the good stuff. The games.
Well, and once again, nothing's for sure, but there's some good ideas about what's coming.
The new Star Fox and Animal Crossing Amiibo Party were both developed with either second party or Skeleton Crews, which means Nintendo is probably focusing all their efforts on new NX games.
The famous Zelda teaser from last year was probably a launch title for the NX.
Delay to push the title out of a 2015 release? NX projected 2016 release?
Coincidence? I think not!
A new Metroid Prime has also been hinted at, and need we mention that this is the first time since 2009 that there's been an E3 without a Pokemon announcement? The Nintendo Network will also be reworked with the help from another company. Some of the features you've been seeing in the Xbox and PlayStation networks will finally be coming to Nintendo.
With everything we've heard so far, there's plenty of reasons to be excited for the official announcement.
Everything is slowly coming together. We got some strong first-party titles, hopefully, the return of the third-party developers, maybe some backward compatibility, we hope, and a competitive online infrastructure. The NX looks like it's actually going to be a pretty strong competitor.
If it follows through. So come on, Nintendo, you seem to have a good thing going on here.
Don't mess it up!
Until next time,
I'm Becky.
and I'm Kim.
And thanks for watching.
It's going down for real.